I wanted to tell y'all the truth about free healthcare and why it won't work. Okay, for one, nothing is free at all in this world. That is a delusion, okay? The money has to come from somewhere. And anything government run is going to get ran down real fast. Um, two, people have bad health because of how they eat, what they do to their bodies. I know that there's a lot of those that, might see those on the streets, or, they hear the stories of, those broken down over time. However, that's not the answer, okay? In order to, have a healthy inhabitants of the world, you have to keep a healthy world. You have to keep a healthy environment. It's not just the humans that are sick, it's the animals that are sick. I know I've been all over. The spirit has showed me much. I know a lot of people might be, oh, the spirit, you must be crazy or blah blah. No, there is those that came before us that are concerned about the state of the environment. Religion is a lie. Heaven is a state of being. That's what I want, a state of being, of heaven. But that takes discipline. That takes, to work by the sweat of your brow and not trying to cut corners or cheat. It takes not buying, selling, and trading the products that cause people to have those illnesses, and animals, and the environment to have the illnesses in the first place. It's not a fairy tale. It's not like bippity boppity boo. I am waiting for that one, that is all knowing, that can help us. I'm okay with having a being over the world that will, protect it and love it, a guardian of it. And, humans need that. All beings in this world need instruction, they need discipline, they need. And the system right now, everybody's like, well, do this for free, or the government needs to do this. Well, you can't put all the weight on, one thing. And the government is just politics. It's just people trying to play roles that they were voted into. And it just keeps on going downhill from here. And they are like children in those offices because they don't understand, and neither party is, the right way to go. Um, you know, you want a healthy body, then you want a healthy um world, you want change, then you start at a very early age and you teach the children to eat good things and how to grow their own food and how to respect the environment around them. You teach them to be disciplined. You teach them to, not be money oriented. You teach them to be conservative when it comes to the land. You teach them how to plant well. You teach them to respect the air, to value water. There's a mosquito. I'm waiting for it to come back. I like mosquitoes. You have to teach these things, but all need to be taught these things. All the world needs to work together, or we're all going to be homeless. There's going to be spirits and ghosts floating around on a dead rock, because the world will, you know, ah, I got it. The world will just die, and it will. You can't be an idiot when it comes to keeping the world. A while back I watched this movie called Idiocracy, and it's literally, that's how I see the world around me, is like they're completely ignorant on the truth of the matter. It's like people have, even though they have, everything at the touch of their fingertips and their devices telling them truth about how to keep things, why the environment is going the way it's going, the changes. Everybody's like, there's no such thing as climate change. Bullshit. Climate change, there was a world flood, there was fucking um ice age. Climate change can happen. Damn, our the history of the world shows you that, you morons. I mean, that's history and science. So, to sit there and ignore the truth is crazy. It's insane because it'll just lead to more devastation. I'm not religious or political, but I know the scripture and I know how the governments ran. And scripture, it speaks of, this being a cursed world because man is over it. And they hear that message, but it just doesn't sink in that the world is cursed is because they have dominion and authority over it right now. They are the devil. They are the devil's seed, and it does not process in their fucking head. And then you have, the scripture that, tells men point blank, to stay away from, loose women and, to work by the sweat of your brow and to not be a cheater, not to be a liar, not to be covetous, not to, make idols and images of the world around them. It tells them all these things, and they claim that they are, honor this, but they don't. So I don't quite understand what the fuck's going on. I want to know why things are the way they are and why they just keep on going. I don't want to, be in office or, be that candidate because it will just lead to the same problems. It's going to take the world as a whole in unity. That's why, it says in a heavenly state, all are in unity, harmony, because they work together because they have the understanding and they have truth and wisdom and knowledge. People today, they have a device with all this knowledge on it and they'd rather fucking watch TikTok videos or porn or, I know. Even the men that come to my channel, I'll sit there and watch what they watch on other, videos, and I'm just like, what the fuck is wrong with them? Maybe it's time to stop giving those people attention that don't need attention. Okay? They don't need to be seen. They don't need to be heard. Nobody needs to know what the fuck's going on in their lives because they ain't got nothing worth saying. It's not worth hearing. It's not worth knowing. And it's just the same information over and over again. I try my best to show little things and open other people's eyes. But hell, there's so much out there. Those that practice medicine, if you're having soreness or you're having illness or, it tells you how to make yourself better. Or, in a better state of being. It might not fix you completely, but it can, relieve some pain or it might help your body out. But nobody's looking for that shit. They're looking for mindless entertainment. I really encourage y'all to be of the mind. Look, before I even went to the store, I've been suffering. And, I've done things for dehydration. I knew my body was dehydrated. And normally I can just drink some water, take some pickle juice, and I'll be completely fine. But, however, I got stung by a stinging scorpion, and I had a reaction to, Benadryl and also some over-the-counter arthritis cream, that I was trying to use to, take away pain. And I just had a reaction. It was just one thing after another, so I couldn't keep up with that. So I went and got some Pedialyte. Okay, and I read about Pedialyte and other stuff I could get over the counter. Now, if the over the counter doesn't work, then, that's when I would have to seek medical attention, which I don't want to, because I know, then I know that it's something beyond that. And after that, you know, it's just, it just depends, you know, when there is a point you come to in life that you have to face the truth about your body and what it might be going through, and I know I suffer from illness, and I just get back up, I do my best, I eat better, I exercise, I keep going. But I read a lot of information and I listen to other people's testimonies on how they got through. So, I say to y'all, open up your mind, okay? Pay attention to your body, your true body. Instead of, paying attention to your dick all the time, pay attention to your body, the one that houses you. I am Wendy Dawn, okay? And this body houses all of me as I go in this world in my life experiences, as I grow in soul. And you don't grow in soul if you ain't trying. Basically you just be dying. Yes, the body gives out, but you can die in spirit. You can die in mind. You can die in heart. As you die in body. I respect my body because it is my vessel. And I say to y'all out there, this is just a skin suit. There's more inside. If someone's going to call me beautiful, I want them to call me beautiful because of my mind, my heart, my spirit. Not just because they look upon my body and lust after it and want to know my body. They don't want to know me. I've had so many men come up to me and they're like, I want to know you, but they don't want to know me. They just want to have sex with me. Because, inserting your dick into a vagina doesn't make you know anybody at all. It's not some, connection device. That's just the truth of it. And y'all act like it is. I mean, there's more to it than that. I'm a spirit. My soul is growing. Anyways, just want y'all to use your mind out there. Activate that heart, activate the mind, activate the spirit, and listen to your body. Be still and listen. Not the, it's time for self-discipline when it comes to the genitals, and people need to quit focusing on that. It's like everybody's focusing on the genitals. Stop. That's not something that you need to focus on. Sex is such a big topic, and I was like, no. If it's not love, leave it alone, because we don't need to increase our population anymore. We don't need to bring anybody else into this world until we clean it up. Hell, we're already in population overload because look at all the fucking homeless people. Look at the housing crisis. Look at the food crisis. And yeah, there is one all over the world. And if you don't know that, then you have your head stuck up your ass. Y'all aren't paying attention to anything except for your genitals, and y'all are staying in political and religious boxes. I'm like, thinking y'all be right all the time when y'all are a curse upon the land, and y'all still ain't trying to, better yourselves. Some are, but a lot aren't out there. They ain't even fucking trying. Their whole day consists of getting up and going to work to get that money. Because of course, I get it. Okay, you want the best for your family, but those expensive things aren't the best for your family. They're not. What is good for your family is what's good to eat, to put into the body, what's good to wear. You don't have to worry about the things you wear, but wear what is good for you. I mean, that covers you in modesty. Stop blaring your brands. Stop. Just stop. There's nothing great about anybody else's name, and no name should be put up above the other. And that's just the truth of it. All should be treated with love. All inhabitants. When I say all life matters, all life matters. It doesn't matter what color you are. It doesn't matter what race. It doesn't matter what species you are. All life matters, except for those fucking mosquitoes, because all they do is are a parasite. Little motherfuckers. Mm-mm. Hate those things. Anyways, and mosquitoes, y'all know why I can't stand y'all. If y'all stay off me and, quit being a parasite, little bastards. Ugh. Mm-mm. Can't stand those things. Fleas, cockroaches. There's just some stuff out there that's just absolutely just horrible, And that is, the human world, the animal kingdoms reflect the human world. So, you know, there's so many mosquitoes because there's a lot of parasites in the human world. There's also a lot of cockroaches, rats, and there's a positive to true spirit animals, and then there's those that are a curse unto the world because they don't bring anything good at all. When are y'all gonna wake up and just start growing up and realize that there's more to life than seeking the flesh and the things made out of the material world? Come on now. Grow up. Grow up. It's time to grow up and face truth and stop trying to live in a fairy tale world where you think your government's going to fix things, because guess what? They never fucking have. It's just, the rich part, they don't care. They're not going to fix anything at all because they're for themselves. They'll tell you what you want to hear and then they'll fuck you over. Just typical bastard style of doing it. It don't matter what gender they are or what genitals they have or how they think about their genitals. They'll tell you whatever you want to hear because they want to fuck you. That's just the truth of it. Either in mind and body and heart and spirit, they want to break your soul. Come on now, wake up. When are you going to realize to stop chasing things that are so bad for you, Bunches of people out there be drinking straight up spiritual bleach and killing themselves. They be dousing their eyes and mind and all that stuff with bleach. Killing themselves because they don't want to sit there and face the truth of it. They don't want to grow up. They don't want to get out of their boxes. I don't get it. But I sit there and say, you can sit there and make everything free and it won't be worth a damn. At all. Because those at the top that are in power will still be in power. And basically, you can't make everything for free. You got to teach people truth. Like, eat better. Move your body. Stop putting bad things into your body. Have balance. When you sit there and use your mind just for perversion all the damn time, you're going to start feeling bad. If you don't get off your fucking couch and you eat nothing but junk food and shit, you're going to feel like crap and your body's going to break down. Okay, we already live in a cursed environment where there's pesticides and shit in the air. Hell, we already have so many, strikes coming against us. Stop adding to it. Stop taking shots that were not tested. The government's, all the COVID thing, that's fear. And if you retards read everybody's like, oh, I'm a Christian, but they're in fear. It says fear does not come from the Lord. So if you're running around worried about being sick with something that's, just thrown out there all of a sudden and you got to go run, get in line, you're being a liar. Because it tells you in Scripture that fear is not of the Lord. It's not from the heart of Christ. Fear doesn't come from the heart of Christ. Fear comes around those that feed us full of fear, so that way we'll run and gather in groups so we can easily be picked off. The rich are going to stay rich. And how do you stay rich is when you have what is good to eat, what the air that's good to breathe, you know? And that don't mean material possession. The rich, no, they stay rich for a reason. There's a difference. And they know. They don't, and they're not in the public eye either. It's time y'all grew up. Stop being stupid. Stop fighting over names, brands, all that stuff. Stop running to go vote. Stop putting, those over you that have no love for you. I don't claim a president or a flag or a government or a god. If someone wants to be for me, my mom's for me. I love her. She took me today. She took me to the town because I was, hurting. I was like, I need to go get some Pedialyte. I was going to wait till tomorrow, but I was like, no, I can't put this off anymore. But, that's love right there. If you're going to sit there and be for someone that'll sit there and run you to the store late in the evening time, or come check up on you, give you a call, or, be there, be supportive of you, be understanding. If you're going to be for somebody, be for that. Love is freely given. That free healthcare is not love. It's just going to put you in debt to somebody. And there's a price to pay in this world for everything. Nothing is free. And if they're giving it out free, then maybe y'all need to sit there and, step back and, open your eyes to what they're trying to give you freely. Anyways, because there's always a gimmick behind it. Nothing in this world comes free that I know of. I'm ready for, harmony and heavenly and unity and, all freely working together and being for one another. But right now in the world of man, everything comes at a cost. Y'all remember that. There's no such thing as free.